The notification buzzed on my phone, sharp and urgent, pulling me out of a half-sleep haze I'd been clinging to. I squinted at the screen, my stomach tightening as I read her words. At my ex's house? His dad's gone. Don't be jealous. My thumb hovered, frozen, as if touching the screen would make the message vanish into thin air. Jealousy? Panic? Anger? All of it hit me at once, a raw, suffocating wave. I stared at the ceiling, tried to convince myself it was a joke, some twisted attempt at teasing from the woman I thought I knew. My mind raced back over months, the late nights at work, the whispered phone calls, the sudden sensitivity whenever I brought up old friends or acquaintances. I had buried my doubts beneath the weight of our 10-year marriage, telling myself I was overthinking, that love demanded trust. But now, trust was slipping through my fingers like sand. I replied before my trembling hands could betray me. You're home in 30 minutes. We need to talk. It was calm, measured, a lie that barely contained the storm raging inside. When she walked through the door, her usual confident stride seemed faltering, like she was already anticipating confrontation. She smiled, the kind of forced smile that twists at the edges, and tried to brush past me. I stepped in her path. Sit down. Her eyes darted, nervous. Is something wrong? Don't play dumb. My voice was quiet, but every word was edged with hurt and disbelief. I got your text. At your ex's house. Her lips parted, then closed again, a single inhale betraying her composure. It's nothing, I swear. You're overreacting. Overreacting? I laughed hollowly, shaking my head. You tell me you're at another man's house, in his bed while his father isn't home, and I'm overreacting? My chest ached not with rage alone, but with betrayal so deep it felt like a physical wound. She sank into the sofa, biting her lip, avoiding my gaze. It's not like that. It's complicated. I felt my knees weaken. Complicated? Everything in me screamed that nothing should ever be that complicated when you're married, when you promise to be faithful, to be present, to honor the life you built together. Over the next few days, a quiet war unfolded in our home. I watched her, studied her, searching for cracks in her behavior I had ignored for so long. The way she laughed a little too easily at her phone, the way her hand lingered over messages she quickly deleted, the sudden defensiveness whenever I asked simple questions. It all painted a picture I didn't want to see, yet couldn't look away from. I confronted her again, and this time I didn't soften my words. I know what's been happening. I've seen the signs. I've felt it. Her body stiffened, and for a moment, it was as if I had pulled the rug out from under her entire life. Then the tears came, slow and quiet first, then spilling uncontrollably. I didn't mean for it to happen, she whispered, a tremor in her voice. I didn't want to hurt you. Her confession should have shattered me. Instead, it brought a strange clarity. I felt hollow, yes, but also resolute. Betrayal cuts deep, but it also teaches you where you stand. I reached out, not to comfort her, but to anchor myself. I loved you, I said softly, and maybe I still do, but you've broken the only thing that made that love safe. And I can't pretend it didn't happen. She sobbed openly, collapsing into the sofa as if she'd been carrying the weight of her guilt for years. I wanted to scream, to hit something, to make her feel even a fraction of the pain I'd swallowed silently. But instead, I did something harder. I walked to the door, coat in hand. I need space, I said. I can't be in the same room as the woman who betrayed me. Not yet, maybe not ever. You need to figure out what you've done. I need to figure out who I am without you. Her hands reached out instinctively, trembling. Please, don't go. I'll make it right, I swear. I don't know if it can be made right, I replied. Some things, once broken, never return to what they were. I left before she could answer, the door clicking behind me like the final punctuation on the sentence of our marriage. Outside, the cool night air stung, but I breathed it in like it was medicine. Betrayal had been revealed. Trust had collapsed, and love, once sacred, was now a memory I had to learn to live without. But in that emptiness, I also found something I hadn't felt in months: clarity. Painful, Bitter clarity, yes, but clarity nonetheless. And for the first time, I realized that sometimes surviving heartbreak doesn't mean holding on. It means walking away with your dignity intact, leaving the trail behind to fade in the distance where it belongs.